Today what we're going to do is use this old piece of wood that someone was throwing out, which is pretty old and battered, but anyone that knows me knows I like to do a bit of recycling, a bit of upcycling, even a bit of cycling. So we're going to take this, chop it into bits, put it back together, and it's going to make a cool little bird box which you can have in your garden or on a windowsill. You can have it in a tree outside your house, anywhere. Let's chop it up, see what we can do. So just get rid of any, dust or whatever, any muck, anything that's not going to look good. I mean, some of this we won't be able to use because it's dodgy. There's also, some old nails in it, so I'm going to get rid of them first. Anything like that, just take out, just because you don't want to cut your hands or whatever. Okay, so now we're left with our strip, which it's a bit rough around the edges, but I think that'll give our little birdhouse a bit of character. So you'll need one roof piece, one back piece that goes in the middle, two side pieces, a front with a hole in it, and a floor. Right, so now we've had a look at the bits that we need to chop out, okay, we can start measuring out and doing it. So this, because the wood's so old, this thing's never going to be perfect, so I'm not that fussed about perfect measurements. I think it'll look good if it's got a bit of character, okay. So I don't know if you know about a saw like this. Get it from any DIY sort of shop, okay, but on the handle just here there's a 90-degree measure, that bit, and there's a 45-degree measure. So you can use that, anything like this. It's dead simple to use. So if you put your saw straight on like that, so this is touching the edge, that angle there will be exactly straight, okay? So that will give you a 90-degree angle just there. If you put it like that, so this bit is on there, and you draw like that, that gives you a 45-degree angle. You see? There's your 45 degrees, okay? And there is your 90 degrees. So dead handy little tip, okay? Handle of the saw can be used for marking out degrees and angles, okay? So now we're going to start marking out and chopping up. Okay, so now we've got 4 pieces. 3 that are the same, and then 1 that is smaller. Okay, now the smaller one is going to be our front. So we're going to make a hole there so the bird can go in. We'll also put a stick there so they've got something to sit on. Okay. Got my piece of wood, okay, that's one of the sides. We need it to angle so we can put a roof on a slope. I put my saw on against the edge, 45-degree angle against the edge of the wood. That allows me to draw the perfect angle, which is, I don't know if you can see it, just there. So we need 2 of those opposite sides. Now we've ended up with our sloping top where, when I cut to the right size, this bit will sit up there. Do you see what I mean? Making a roof, okay? So, if I just show you each piece individually, we've got two sloping pieces, remember, 45-degree angle, really simple cut. We've got our front piece, we're going to cut a hole just there for the birds going out. And then we've got a long back piece which brings it all together. Simple as that to begin with. So now I'm going to cut the bottom and the top and we'll nail it all together. Right, so I only use a small hammer because it's only a tiny little job. You don't need a massive hammer. I'm also going to use these little 25mm little tacky nails. So they're only small, but we don't need massive long ones. Get these from DIY shop. They're really cheap. That's about £1.50 for a bag like that. So yeah, let's knock it all together, make the shape. Here's where we've got to. We've got our sloping sides, okay. We've got our base put in now. We've got our back piece, okay. So it's all good and solid at the minute. Now what we'll do next, we're going to fit our front, which is this piece, just like that. So that needs to go on next, okay. Then we've got our roof piece, which we'll put on like so, and that will give us our solid little bird box. Now I've managed to find a piece of old roofing felt. I'm going to cover the top part so it's a bit waterproof. Okay, so we've got a roof on. Now I'm going to get some twigs and sticks and I'm going to cover as much of it as I can so it looks nice. So I've attached all my little tiny bits of stick on the front now. It's all, I've used wood glue and I've used some nails to put it all on there. So we're ready to go and hang it. I found a cool little spot in the garden where it's going to sit nice and firm and solid. Now I put a little bit on it at the front like this, so it's almost a little tray, so I can get some seed on there as well. All the twigs at the front mean the bird's got somewhere to sit, and what bird isn't going to love living in that? So there you go, with a bit of old wood, a few nails, bit of a roof and a couple of hours work, get yourself one made.